Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today we are visiting Paultons Park for the first time in the 2022 seasons. We came here in Christmas 2021 for their Christmas event. We love Paultons to pieces, it's such a good family run theme park.
The kids labs things.
Yeah, there's a few schools here today, isn't there? We're here because they're opening their new roller coaster. It's a junior roller coaster by Zierer, known as the Farmyard Flyer. Just a little coaster, but a cred is a cred. And we were like, we should come out here and get it done.
To come back here anyway, and just so happened that we were off Friday, and
it's
they opened it on Friday.
It's a quiet day today. It is freezing today. Yeah. It looks spectacular. Every time we come here, I think if you go back through the vlogs, the worst we've had is grey skies. But yeah, lovely blue skies. It's just really cold today. I am excited to get back on some of the amazing offerings here. It looks like they've done a bit of work. I don't know if it's just my imagination, but yeah, it looks like there's more theming.
Yeah.
I don't know, it looks slightly different, doesn't it? I don't know if it's just my imagination, but this Owl's Auto Academy seems like it's got a little bit more theming on it than last year. We've got Storm Chaser, which was part of Tornado Springs, the edition for 2020, which turned out to be 2021 because of the pandemic, which is where the new coaster is. So it's a quieter day today, so opening hours are 10 till 4:30. The rides don't actually open till 10:30, which is a bit of a shame. But we're going to head straight over towards the Farmyard Flyer because we do have the GoPro. This is one of the few UK parks that allows you to film on the rides with a secure rig. Yeah, it's so. It's very quiet. But yeah, I love this area. I love this whole park, for a matter of fact. This park has put itself on the map with its theming in the past few years, especially Tornado Springs. Like, we're talking details of like even having the supports themed. There's no like pillars down there, they're covered up so you can't trip over them, which I love. But yeah, crowd levels, no one's here. I imagine there's going to be a little bit of a crowd over by the Farmyard Flyer. It's this building over here. It looks amazing. Like I say, it's just a junior family coaster, but a cred's a cred, so we're going to go on it. So an interesting thing which we noticed when we came into the park, you might have noticed this in one of the intro shots, a new building has appeared out of nowhere. I don't know whether this is actually going to be a ride or not. It's an indoor area, let's just say that. But it's just outside the perimeter of this play park. But do you reckon there could be a dark ride going in? Like, that would be awesome. It's probably the only thing Paultons is missing now is a good dark ride, and I'd love to see them give a dark ride a go, given their theming. Like, look at all this, it's amazing. Like, this theming is second to none to like Disney and all that. It's just so good, so detailed. It puts a smile on my face to see it. Now anyway, the Farmyard Flyer is down here. I wonder how many vloggers we're going to see today, Lou.
I don't know, because it's super quiet.
It is a small park as well. Like, I don't know whether a lot of enthusiasts would head out just for this. We live about 100 miles away from this park, so it's a bit of a trek.
But we would have come here anyway this year, so...
Yeah, and we just happened to see that it was opening 1st of April. Here's the sign here.
April Fools!
I would not be happy. But yeah, April 1st, Farmyard Flyer. They've got new signage up everywhere. No vaping since 2020. Oh, I'm loving all this. Have a look at this entrance though. Like, this is incredible. I think we can get in the queue. We'll just have a look around here in the ride area. But the ride height is 90 centimetres, so it's a good one to get kids started on roller coasters. And yeah, the theming just looks fantastic. Yeah, we'll just have a look around the side before we get in the queue. So it's Flo's Farm here. And here's the ride itself, looking very reminiscent of the Cobra junior coaster, but it's a Zierer. It's a new generation Zierer. Yeah, it's got music. I don't know whether it's I'm a Score, but yeah, it's a simple little layout. It looks like it's just this first drop, a helix down, and then it goes into a little pop of airtime back around. You probably get a few laps. But yeah, look at this. This is amazing theming. I do like it when they theme rides like this, mainly because it gives Merlin a little bit of a kick to actually up their game, and I think Merlin are starting to get to that point where they are going to be improving their rides theming, and we've seen it around the parks. But yeah, I think we're going to get in the queue for this one first.
Yeah, why not?
And get our first ride of the day. We'll see you on the Farmyard Flyer. So into the ride entrance we go. Let's have a look at some theming in this queue. It's simple, it's wood, but they've even added like paint to the edges to make it look aged and give it depth. It's just some incredible theming. So you get some good views of the cyclonator as you come through, and they've got windows at all different heights, so children can view and adults can view as well. Yeah, nice little queue for this. It doesn't look like it's going to be the longest queue. It does operate a one train service. But yeah, I'm loving the theming so far. A little tiny queue just going up to the station. We're going to be waiting about 10 minutes before this one opens. It should be opening at past, but it's definitely going to be worth the wait. Yeah, look at all this, little dials and all that sort of thing. I do like the weather forecast here. Sign is wet, it's raining. Sign is dry, not raining. Shadow on ground, sunny. White on top, snowing. Can't see sign, foggy. Swinging sign, windy. Sign is jumping up and down, earthquake. Sign is gone, tornado. Yeah, we'll get some shots off ride. This looks like it's the exit path through here, so you get a nice view of the roller coaster as you come off. I'm very impressed. I love the theming Paultons do. We've got some animals down there.
This is the final boarding call for Tornado Airways Flight Echo 83.
That's going to be Henrietta the hen.
Weather forecast today is a 95% chance of tornadoes. So
6 years old to ride.
Have a look at the station here. Should we go towards the back of the train to start? Yeah, loving the new Zierer trains along here. I do think the propeller actually spins on this one. New seats with more defined seating. We'll get a few rides on this and get some different POVs for you. Yeah, loving this theming. First public train. God, no. Just come off our first couple of rides on the Farmyard Flyer. We've got two rides there, one towards the back, of which I didn't film. That was the first public train. And then the second ride, got out the chest rig and filmed a front row POV. 2-lap special on that, Louise. What did you think of it?
It was quite forceful.
It was quite forceful for a little family coaster, a little junior coaster. The only complaint I had, and it's me being a coaster snob, a little bit jerky on that last corner.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's just me being a coaster snob. Really good theming, really good like audio. I love Paultons. Every investment they make turns to gold. As it goes for crowd levels today, Storm Chase is on a 0-minute queue. However, Louise has decided what ride we're going on next. What are we going on next day? Staying in Tornado Springs. I think after that, maybe we should go on Buffalo Falls and Storm Chaser. Looks like it is going to be very quiet here today, which is good because, like I said, the park is only open for 6 hours for odd rides, which should be more than enough time. We've obviously got other coasters here, like the Caterpillar, which is one of the older Zierer coasters, Dino Chase, which is the little like baby coaster. They've got Velociraptor, the Vekoma Junior Boomerang, and of course Flight of the Pterosaur, which is the suspended family coaster. They've actually got all these burrito stands open. They're normally closed this time of the season, but yeah, we've had the food here before and it's actually really nice. Anyway, next ride of the day, for those of you who haven't seen it before, Trekking Tractors is an older ride than Tornado Springs. It was re-themed, and that's why it kind of sits on the edge of Peppa Pig World here. Like, you kind of have the border of Tornado Springs and then this ride, but yeah, this is just a gentle ride through the farm. They always do it up really nice. I'll get a POV on the camcorder for you, and we'll see you on the Trekking Tractors. So yeah, it's just a simple tracked outdoor ride, slowly going through these like orchards and farm area. They actually do plant some flowers in the areas over here. It could be in spring, I imagine they're growing up. Got 2 kids' seats in the front here, and then the adults sit at the back, so an older family of 4. Farmyard Flyer just looks absolutely amazing. Like, just wow! I can't wait for their next big coaster investment. Out here we have the Gophers, which are up to no good, and a few of them are animated. Like, by no means are they Disney level animatronics, but you know, they move. It's a good thing to see. But yeah, as you can see, they're actually growing vegetables down here and fruit. I don't know what exactly they are. Some kind of lettuce, I imagine. And then they normally grow sunflowers and stuff through here. Always chew through the pipe. Yeah, they're growing. I think this is rapeseed, if I had to take a guess. And they got whatever they are. Yeah, they actually plant stuff in here in the greenhouses and all that. Such a beautiful area, Tornado Springs. Well, that just about sums up our trip around the farm as we're on Trekking Tractors. See you when we get off. I think we're going on Buffalo Falls next, yeah? When you can just walk onto rides with absolutely no queues. That's been the theme of this start of the season. We've been lucky enough to go to a lot of the parks at the beginning of the week, middle of the week, so queues are non-existent. Anyway, we're going to go on Storm Chaser now, and as I said before, I'll be able to take you on this one with the secure chest rig. So yeah, Storm Chaser is going to be our next ride. The 2020 Mack Rides spinning coaster. I say 2020, it opened in 2021, but obviously it was meant to be open for 2020. Do love this ride, it's got some great theming, good indoor theme queue, even though it is a bit of a cattle pen, and a great I'm a Score soundtrack. The question is, Lou, how much are we going to spin today?
I don't know.
It depends on the time of day that you go on this, but they can spin quite a lot. It is a controlled spin, but we've obviously been on the thrilling, the thrill version, the Extreme Spinner by Mack. The Ride to Happiness is amazing. I hope to go out there again soon.
We had such a good laugh.
I'm hoping to get out there later on in the season, maybe towards Halloween, that sort of time, but nothing's confirmed yet. Anyway, we will see you on Storm Chaser.
Welcome to Storm Chaser. Your safety at the park is our top priority. So, your safety at the park is our top priority. So before takeoff,
I don't like going backwards sometimes. Oh my lord. I know you're not talking to me, but I'm not. Woo!
Here we go.
Woo! Let's go! Oh my god!
Feel the cheese!
Oh my.
Oh, it's such a good little family coaster. Got a good spin on it today. Not too intense, but nice second train, second car of the train rather. a good family coaster, that. Good level of like intensity on it. That bottom helix, I say every time, is actually quite G-force heavy. You feel it.
When you're spinning on it as
Like
well.
we've been on all of the cars on the trains. I think the back is definitely the most intense for G-force. We've got a good level of spin. I don't feel headachy after that, so it's not particularly a headachy spinning coaster, because I know some people get concerned by that. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what this building is up here. Expansion zone maybe? I'll have to pick up a park map and have a look. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a building for outside the park. I suppose it could be, but I'd take a guess and say they're going to expand. But yeah, crowd levels, bearing in mind this is the new area, absolutely dead on a Friday. Got the Route 83 diner here. They do some really nice food in here actually.
I would recommend their curly fries.
Yeah, they are absolutely banging. So if you're interested on here, here's a quick shot of the menu for you. Oh, look, there's some ducks sleeping. Sorry guys, just going to film the menu.
We want to have breakfast, but we never.
Yeah, it's available. Yeah, as I say, we always feed ourselves. If they had an on-site hotel, it'd be a great place to grab your breakfast. They do burgers, chicken. As Louise said, the curly fries are absolutely amazing.
Tornado fries, they're called.
I love this duck. The male's like, I've moved away. The female duck's like, I'm sleeping, so leave me alone. Oh, the phone's ringing. Someone needs to pick it up. No, I've missed it. Damn it. Little details like that really make a theme park, like totally pointless, but the phone was ringing. It's just little details. I could film this park for ages because there's just so much to look at. We're going to have a look in the shop now, which is Owl's Auto Service Shop. It's the exit building for the Owl's Auto Academy, the little car ride for children to get their driving licence. I'm not expecting any new merch in here really. Paultons Park don't have the best range of merch, but the merch they do is really nice. For example, they've got some bottles here, and not too keen on the mugs, I'm not going to lie. But the real, we have the smaller version of the Tornado Springs cap, which is here. I think it was only about £17 or something like that. It wasn't too badly priced. But yeah, the things that we really do like about Paultons Park is their clothing. They've got a few of the hoodies here, so really nice quality. I've actually got the t-shirt, which is around here. Not too badly priced at all, nice print on it, and it's only £14, which for theme park merch that is cheap as. I'm nearly knocking over the stand. So yeah, adult hoodie £29.99 at a Merlin Park for a hoodie. You're looking at least £40, and if you have an annual pass to this place, they do a discount. So Louise has found some merch for the new ride for 2022.
Wow.
Farmyard Flyer pen. Let's have a closer look at that.
£2. Oh, and there's a Storm Chaser one as well if you want.
This looks like it's totally new merch. Obviously this one is. Yeah, they've got a few little bits here. I can't really get it to focus very well, but yeah, nice, quite a nice quality pen to be honest. Also do pins here. They got the Route 83 pin, kind of following Merlin on this. These are £4.50 for a pin. Nice enamel ones though. But yeah, there's like little knickknacks here that you can get the kids, and like pretty cool. Like, I do like a lot of the merch here. We'll have to have a look in the main shop before we go. So even when you leave the more modern areas, bearing in mind this is an older area of the park, still very heavily themed, still very generic themes. Like they've got a really nice topiary going around their carousel here. When it comes to actual lands for this park, I think the whole theme park side of it is a more recent development for Paultons. Started back when they built the Lost Kingdom, but before I think it was much more generic rides. So now you've got Tornado Springs behind us, which is the newest land. You've got the, I think it's Critter Kingdom back here. Critter Creek, sorry, not Kingdom. Just back here behind this like bandstand here, and the Lost Kingdom. I do reckon in the next few years, Cobra, that sort of side of the park, we'll see a bit of a retheme. They've got a lot of expansion plots around there, and the rides are quite unthemed in that area. So it'd be interesting to see what they do with that. But as it goes to park cleanliness and just general upkeep of the park is amazing. They have pumped so much money into this park. Now, a lot of people, when we say about the price for this park, it's £39.75 for an online ticket. I think you can get it slightly cheaper if you shop around a bit, but like we booked a few days before. It's quite expensive for park tickets, but when they're putting this much time and money into the park and the rides, I think it's worth it.
When you think like a ticket to Legoland, if you didn't have an annual pass, like 50 odd quid, nearly 60 quid.
I think the thing with Merlin, they have a lot more like offers on.
Yeah.
But because this is an independent park, they really do need, you know, more on ticket prices. I think it's one of those parks that we would one day like an annual pass for. We do come here about 2 or 3 times a year. I think last season we came here like 4 times. So it probably would have been worth our while to get an annual pass. But like I say, it is quite far away, and for one park, their annual passes are about 180, don't quote me. So they are quite expensive, and I know they're quite limited at the moment. Anyway, we're going to be heading over to the other side of the park now. Where are we going, Lou?
Everything's on a 0-minute queue apart from Peppa Pig World.
So yeah,
Which has like 25 minutes.
like I say, when it said that it shuts at 4:30, you go, oh no, we're not going to get anything done. But it's like you can take it really chilled, enjoy the day, you know, stop for coffee like old people.
This one will want to stop.
They do some really nice coffees and treats here. However, as always, we bought lunch, we've been good. But yeah, let's get over to the Lost Kingdom and get back on flight with the Pterosaur. So the middle of the park was where the old estate was, which burnt down in a fire back in the 60s. However, it's so beautiful and scenic around here. That's one thing you'll hear me say so much about this park. So scenic. You know, it's
have a huge team of
gardeners and all. Yeah, like really. They have a selection of animals, nothing too exotic here. But when it comes to their gardens, you know, it does rival Paultons Towers. I love this water feature here. It's like a tree water feature. Yeah, that would be nice. I imagine these cost quite a bit of money though. Get that shot. So yeah, as you enter the Lost Kingdom area of the park, especially from this side, you've got some of the old walls from the estate-like perimeter. Like I said, this is from where it was more a generic theme park, but then you head through into the Lost Kingdom, and this was their first real heavily themed land. And by comparison to Tornado Springs, it's got no theming, but it is really good here. You know, you've got little details like theming on the walls along here. The queue line walls are not just your average fence like this, they're actually brick themed queues. Sadly, Temple Heights is not open today, Lou. Oh, it's opening at noon, I apologise. What are we going on first? You want to go on the Dino Touring Company?
Yeah.
Okay.
That way, aren't we?
Yes. So Dino Touring Company is a little outdoor car ride which actually has a really good theming on it and a little story as you go through with, as we call him, Aussie Man reviews, because he sounds just like him. I know that's like you're just stereotyping Australian people, but yeah, a great little ride, and it's going to be up next. The Dino Tour Company, or Dinosaur Tour Company.
G'day guys, how's it going?
Here's Aussie Man Reviews. Take it
Dino
away.
Safari before?
No.
Well, sit back and prepare to be totally blown away. Quick, there to your right. That's a Myosaura. Oh man, she's got a nest, look, with eggs in it.
Just some beautiful theming along here. It's nothing too heavy, but it's just like trees and foliage. They really make this ride, or with it being a dino ride.
Deep down, I'm a safety man. So please remain seated, keep your arms and legs in the car at all times. You're talking about safety. Here's my aeroplane. Good job I had my belt on. It was a bit of a bumpy landing.
New sound like, oh my.
Oh,
right
good,
over.
it stops.
Can you see it?
But yeah, if you've got kids in the front,
It's just caught
they're
a
going to get
fish.
a bit wet.
Check out the magical waterfall ahead. It is said this spring has been running now since the Cretaceous period. That's about 100 million years ago in old money. This fine-looking dino is an iguanodon.
Where's our dino? There's our dino!
Now this is a very special place. There's a couple of raptors have decided to nest in this disused tunnel. Look to the left in that recess. There's some eggs. Wow, look at it, guys. That baby raptor's just hatching. This is incredible. A rare treat for all of us. Oh, cute little fella, isn't he, eh? Check him out. Wasn't expecting that.
So when you come off of the Dinosaur Tour Company or Flight of the Pterosaur, you come through the Outpost 12 gift shop. It's another like little themed shop. They sell generic dinosaur toys. There's quite a lot on sale here. I imagine if you've got kids, it's like there's plenty to buy that isn't overly expensive. But you can get your on-ride photos from over there. They do all the like, little crystal sets and all that, so it's quite interesting. And there's the exit for Flight of the Pterosaur over there. As I'm sure most theme park and coaster enthusiasts will say, love a bit of rock work, and Paultons have done a great job with their rock work. Flight of the Pterosaur, I can't think of the year it opened actually, I want to say 2013, I do know. But yeah, it's a brilliant family suspended coaster by Vekoma. Runs one train, but yeah, on a quiet day like today, it's like walk on, and on busy days you only wait about half an hour tops. Louise was just looking over here, and they've actually got their Water Kingdom back up and running. Oh yeah, it's far too cold, there's no one in there at the moment. But we're heading over to Flight of the Pterosaur next. It's going to be our next ride of the day. Ride of the day, Flight of the Pterosaur here. Got a new wakeboard up here, I like that, even though it's got a new trim. I think it's new if I had to take a guess. This is the cattle pen. The one thing that Paultons are very good at is their cattle pens, but thankfully they've opened up the non-extension, because last time we came here I was vlogging through this bit and I walked into one of the bars because they are quite low down. But yeah, I'd like to see them theme this up a bit better later on, but it does the job and it takes up a minimal amount of space. Gonna be a walk on, we'll see you on Flight of the Pterosaur. Here we go, a straight walk on, no queue. We're the only two people on this roller coaster right now. Just mad to think. Yeah, they got plenty of places to build out. You got the old go-kart track and all that expansion there. Here we go. Flight of the Pterosaur, bit of hang time. Way! Whoa! Got some good force there. Woohoo! Oh, it's so smooth. Have a look down there. Way! Through the mountain. Into the helix, 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 way! And back into the station. It's a great little family coaster. As I said, a complete walk on there. They ran that coaster with just myself and Louise on it, and it was glorious. What happened?
He gave me an electric shock.
Static shock through my pocket. Shouldn't be putting stuff in my pocket then. A great ride. It's such a smooth ride. Like, this was back when Vekoma started like changing their track design. This was actually 2015, not 2013. I don't know where I got 13 from. Yeah, believe it or not. Wow, Christ, how long? 7 years this year. Wow, 7 years in May. However, our first visit to this park wasn't until 2017, I want to say.
Maybe even later than that.
No, I think it was definitely 2017 because we went here, we did Portaventura, we did a lot that year. Blackpool first time. But yeah, we're going to go on our next coaster now, which I think is going to be another walk on. It is so quiet here. It's actually a bit sad to see this part so quiet, but I know it's a
Especially
weekday.
on like an opening day of a roller coaster, there was like a tiny queue. I don't know. It's just
And like they have had signs up for it. Like over here, this was here at Christmas, this sign. This one doesn't actually have a date on it, it just says April 2022. But yeah, our next ride of the day is going to be not the Velocicoaster, it's going to be Velociraptor. I'm surprised they didn't go for the name Velocicoaster, but I do want to get out to Universal at some point in the future to ride the Velocicoaster. People rave over it. This is an Intamin Junior Boomerang, not a Intamin Blitz coaster. That is the Velocicoaster in Universal. But still, it's a great little coaster. We'll actually be going on 2 of these later in the year, assuming we can go out to Poland.
I don't think you actually mentioned that in the vlog, have you?
No, I'm not sure I have, but Louise actually has funded a trip for my 30th birthday to go to Poland. So we're actually, we want to go this way, yeah. But we're going out in September. We're going to be going to Poland, Energylandia, Lejandia. I'm so excited. But they've got 2 of these Vekoma boomerangs. They're different layouts. Yeah, it's going to be a complete walk on. There's 2 people on it. Are we going back row or front row? That's the question. Let's go back row. Because you get such a good view from the back, especially on the GoPro. Yeah, it's like a not overly forceful little ride. I'm not a fan of the backwards part too much, but that's just me being an old man. So again, a complete walk-on for this ride. We're the only 2 riders. You have to go back row with these. Gives such an amazing view. The thing about going down the front is, yes, you can see from here because it's the same level all the way across, but we're much higher up on the drop. Prepare for the sudden stop. Any second now, there we go. And up for the fast drop. Here we go. Hey, here we go. Whoa! The backwards bit. Here we go. Whoa! There we go. A beautiful little ride. Again, very smooth. So another walk on, another great ride. Like Paultons just nails the family market completely. For me, it's my favourite family park in the UK, even over Chesterton, which is our local.
It's very family oriented.
It
like,
really
you know,
is.
The toilet, so we'll have the baby seats.
Yeah, it's the little details. Like almost like what I want to say is Paultons is almost like what Chesterton was in the 90s, where the theming was top notch, the rides were top notch. Like I said, the only thing Paultons needs is a dark ride. Like if any of the management are watching, you need a dark ride or an RMC. But I know you.
RMC would not suit this area.
I know you're more likely to get a dark ride, so let's do that. Anyway, are we going on the Dino Chase, the little Zierer coaster here? Literally, there's like no queue for it. There's no one on it. I would get some off-ride shots, but they're not sending the rides empty, and there is no one queuing for this one.
Go on your own and I can film you.
No, we're going to go on it together. I've got the credit for this one, but yeah, this is like how you introduce really young kids coasters. And if you sit on the back, which we will be, you get a little pop of airtime, and it is actually quite a little bit of ejector as you go over it. So let's go on the Dino Chase. So as with all the rides here, it's a walk on. Louise isn't sitting with me on this one. She's decided to go to the front and I'm sitting at the back. Here we go. Gonna get the airtime. Louise has got her hands up. Here we go. Hey! Little pop of ejector. Hey! Pulled over that little hill. It's just so much fun. It's gonna be a 3-lap special, I imagine, on this one. Yeah, I've only gone down 1 click on this one so I can get that airtime. Because if I go 2, I'm going to be sleeping. Hey! There we go. Oh, just a bit of fun. See when we get off the ride. A fun little kiddie baby coaster there. Like I say, that is how you introduce very young children to roller coasters. I think the height limit on that one's like only 0.9 of a metre.
If you're over 5 years old, you can go on it on your own.
That's brilliant. Like in Merlin parks, you'd have to be like 1.1 metre with an adult and 1.3 without an adult. Now I know that's just Merlin being overcautious, but like I was saying to Louise a little while ago, especially with stuff like not Dragon River, Tiger Rock. When I was a kid, you'd be able to go on that under a metre tall, but because of accidents around the world in the past, Merlin have decided to make the height restriction 1.3 metres to go on a log flume, which I think is crazy.
And a lot of kids are happy to go on a log flume, so I think that will cause a lot of issues.
I feel that like I think it's 1.1 with an adult, but yeah, I do feel that is very sad. But like I say, it's all in the interest of safety, and you know, I'm never going to say to these parks, you know, don't follow safety protocol, because if there's accidents, it's not good for the industry. But yeah, having a great day so far. We're going to head back around towards the entrance, have a look in the shop, then probably grab something to eat before we carry on. Having an amazing day so far.
I've never seen it this quiet.
No, I haven't.
And it's a Friday.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a bit more busy because it's the last Friday before the kids break up for Easter break,
Yeah,
is it?
Easter.
Yeah, Easter break. So yeah, I was expecting there to be more families here, like bunking off for school or not having the Friday on. But
A lot of people have inset days.
there are
They're not all bunking.
there are a couple of school trips here by the looks of it, aren't there, for the end of their like term. But still, we're walking on to every single ride. And Louise, I've just seen the log flumes open.
I told you that on the ride.
Oh,
You were here on that moment.
Yeah, but do you reckon we'll be going on it? It's about 4 degrees at the moment. It is
I
bitter.
like the water ride more so than Luke, but not in the...
It's bitter cold. Anyway, we'll see you over by the shop. There's some really beautiful ornaments along here. Pretty water feature there. And then there's actually some animals along here. They've got some birds down here.
You're so pretty. I like birds.
Very curious. But yeah, they've got various bird cages around, which we'll have a look at later. We'll probably have a look at after lunch when we head over towards Critter Creek. It's up in the corner up there. Whenever I zoom in with these,
Oh, what's that?
that's just no. There's one up in the tree up here.
No, that's not the same one. Look at the floor.
Oh yeah, I see this one. Little like bull bird, let's call him, because it's like in the shape of a bull. So the shop here is called the Big Toy Shop, and it's in the entrance building as you come in, and it's the way out of the park. So one other thing to note, the actual Wild Forest Cafe, which is here, is closed today. Don't know why, because it does some really good food here. But yeah, they got all the merch here. It's like a very generic shop, but they do have a few bits of merch from the park. They've got it all over here by the looks of it. Lots of Tornado Springs merch, and got some new merch for the Cobra by the looks of it. What else have they got? Wow, I do like that. That's pretty cool. It's good to see that they appear to be making more Paultons brand merch. They've still got a little way to go. I still think Merlin have the edge with their merch, like they really have over the past few years, especially with their retro lines. But then all the parks seem to be doing that. It's trying to snow, isn't it?
It's snowing, yeah.
It's literally sleeting a little bit. In fact, if I turn the camera around, you might be able to see some
not
droplets. It really isn't much. There's that one cloud over us that's just full of snow.
I've got my gloves on.
It is really chilly today. We're heading around towards the 4D cinema. We've just had our lunch, so Louise wants to go to the 4D cinema. If I remember, this is like the Magic Cat one, isn't it?
No, I can't remember. I
then
never remember these ones.
And then it ends with them just singing and dancing, and then it's like, that's the end.
And then it just cuts off and you just leave.
But we're going to see when the show is. If it's open now, we go, or not if it's open, if it's got a show coming up soon, we'll wait for it. So as with all 4D cinemas, we can't film on this one, so we will see you when we get off.
Bye.
So just a quick 15-minute show on the 4D cinema there. Like, it's alright, it's very well animated, and I feel the story is good up to a certain point. It's almost like the person that was developing the story had it all fleshed out, and then they were like, no, 15 minutes. It's just the ending, it's just like singing, dancing, done. The
I don't
second.
know, it's for kids though, isn't
It is good. It's
alright.
alright, you know, as 4D cinemas go, it's a
One of
SimWorks.
the better ones.
It is, it's a SimWorks production, so like, SimWorks do a lot of 4D attractions across the amusement industry. Yeah, can't really complain. It's literally lunch, go down after lunch. We're going to head over towards Cobra and Magma now, and Edge is open this time. It's been closed the last few times.
I'm not going on that one, it's too far for it.
The Jumbo Disco.
My legs are too big for
No,
that
that's
one.
because you on this one that you have to have a like a seat belt around the back or around the front rather, and you have to have an extender because they didn't make them long enough. And that's just general across all adults. And I think in past seasons they only had like a few better like extension belts.
And everyone needs one, so it's like,
It's literally, unless you're a child, you need one.
yeah.
It has warmed up a little bit. It's still quite cold, but crowd levels wise, it's just dead. Can't get over how quiet it is here today, which is beneficial for us because it means we get lots of re-rides. Once we've been over and done Cobra and Magma, we'll probably head over towards Critter Creek, have a look at some of the animals in Little Africa, and end the day back in Tornado Springs. So let's get over to Magma and see if anything's changed over that side of the park. So it's a much more unthemed end of the park, this end, but it's definitely one of the more...
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's really windy. It's one of the areas that is most likely to see development next, in my opinion. Like literally, they have these huge plots of grassland with really well-kept hedges. They need to come and trim our hedge outside our house because like our hedge is a bit overgrown and unruly. But yeah, it's just, there's plots of it. So you've got like this one, and there's one over there, and on the other side there's more space. So I would like to see them one day theme up this area. Like by no means is this a bad area of the park, but when you compare it to the theming they have all over the park elsewhere, they could theme this area into a mini land, because these Zampala discos, the jumbo ones, the one at Plopsa de Pan, for example, has theming all the way alongside. Same with the one at Park Asterix. So they could, yeah, they could buy a kit for it almost to theme it up, give our Cobra a refurb, and theme that up a bit. It would be nice to see, and then maybe put another little few flat rides here. You could make a whole land out of it. So Cobra is going to be the next ride of the day. It is a Gerstlauer bobsled coaster. I believe 2006? Sounds about right. Let's just go with that for now. I'm not very good at remembering dates of the more old coasters. Like I say, very generic, no theme on this whatsoever other than the Cobra cars. Looks like it's going to be a walk-on, so we'll see you on Cobra with the GoPro. Oh, can't wait. So we just got in the queue for Cobra, and sadly it's down due to a technical issue. So we're having to come back. The wind is really whipping at this end of the park, isn't it,
Yeah,
though?
maybe
They did say they called maintenance and it shouldn't be long. However, we thought we'd just come over to the original SBF Visa bounce tower, or at least the original in the UK. You for real?
Yeah.
Like this one's okay, it always spins. It has the old style restraints, which I'm not a fan of. They're a bit chunkier and they're not as like free moving as Croc Drops. I do think Croc Drop has better theming than this. Like this is still pretty impressive. But yeah, I feel Croc Drop has the edge on this one. Lou, why do you think that Magma's better than Croc Drop then?
I like because it spins. I don't like
Okay,
when it stops
Croc,
spinning.
they haven't stopped it. It just seems to have a lot of issues.
And I like this bit. It's like
Yeah, I must admit, we'll have a walk through the queue now. So join us as we go on Magma. Yeah, I do like the indoor segments, so he's trying to scare us there. You can see the ride through here. I imagine it's quite cool, but like I say, you can see the old style restraints on here. So they're a bit chunkier than the newer ones. Yeah, good level of theming through here. And as we head round, you kind of come outside of the mountain. Sort of repaint a couple of seasons ago. But then as you go back in, you can encounter some dinosaurs and some magma effects, which look pretty darn cool. So let's get on Magma. There's our dino. We've got the smoke effects. Hey! A bit faster than Croc Drop off the ground. Yeah, get some nice views from up here. Let's just have a look around. Kind of got to work around the harness because I've got the chest rig on at the moment. Yeah, I know, it's perfect, isn't it? There we go. Hey, first drop. It is quite forceful. These SBF bounce towers are good. There's a Cobra and Edge over there. hopefully it'll be running. The train has stopped now, which probably means maintenance has arrived. What a beautiful little park. This go-kart track is closed. And like I say, loads of expansion plots for them. Behind edge and all that. There is loads of room. Not busy at all today. But yeah, what a beautiful park this is. Here we go. Gonna go drop. Way! Whoa! Oh yes, this has a much longer cycle than Cobra than Croc does at Chessington. But that's due to capacity. It's very quiet here today. Way! Nice fun little ride there. The only two people on it again. Literally, I don't think I've ever had such a day where it's like just us on rides.
Just me and you.
Just me and Boo. Me and you, I called you Boo. It looks like the Gerstlauer bobsled coaster is now running. They are testing it now, so hopefully we can get on it. Yeah, there you go. They're just sending some people up now. So that's perfect timing. Straight off for this and on to Cobra. Let's go. Here we go. On Cobra. Great little bobsled coaster. Good layout, and I do love the bunny hills on the end of this one. Get some great air time on it. There we go. There we go.
You're gonna regret.
Woohoo! Right, are they using the trim brakes this season? Nah, it's alright, it's fine. Oh my god! Oh! Oh, not very secure. Hey! There we go. Into the next trim brake. Anything? No, we're all good. Way! Woohoo! Way! Picks up some real speed. Here we go. Into the best bit. Little airtime pops. Here's some ejector. Way! Watch your head! Whoa! We're not using any of the trims, saving on that electric bill there. Then we're going to come into the magnetic brakes, which don't cost anything to run. There we go.
That was good.
I do like it. It's a great little coaster. When it has a long queue, yeah, I know. When it has a long queue, it can be a bit boring, because this is the queue for it. No, I mean because of the queue here. So that is Cobra. Big coaster for this park, and I think it's a great addition. Like, it's got low capacity, but it is a fun, fast ride, especially like I said with no queue. I'm having a really good day today. Just one issue I've got, and I think you're going to agree with me.
Yes.
I haven't got anything to drink, and I'm really thirsty, and every single drink stall is shut. No, I have been drinking your squash, but like, we're running really low. So I want to buy a bottle of drink. We went into Outpost 12, that's got no drinks in it whatsoever, which I find weird, because I'd expect it to be
like
cooler
smart
in there
water or something like
yeah.
that, wouldn't you?
And all like the various drinks kiosks, the only one we've walked past that is open is the one opposite the Water Kingdom near the log flume. Well, at the time I was like, oh, we go to Outpost 12 and get a drink. That's my only issue. And Louise said when we were coming out the ride, all of the on-ride photos, other than Farmyard Flyer, have been closed today.
Yeah.
So if you paid 40 quid for the Digipass,
yeah.
I'd like to think they wouldn't sell it to you. Yeah, I saw the curve, thank you. But yeah,
Fell off someone.
yeah.
No, it was Lucy, wasn't it? Lewis's girlfriend. Sorry if you're watching this. She fell, but
I actually remember, yeah, I do remember now you say. But yeah, but that's the only disappointment, but it is a quieter day, so it's not a major issue. Like I said, I'd like to think they'd be like, oh, it's not for sale today because we aren't running it. So we got the Paultons go-karts here. It's got a new banner out here. I do think the days of this are numbered. One day, there is an upcharge. Either they're going to add some theming to it, but they have got the expansion plots, but I could see it being replaced one day. It's a perfect size for a decent sized roller coaster if they ever wanted to expand the Lost Kingdom. Looks like the T-Rex over here has seen some work. He's actually moving at full speed now. I think we're going to go get a re-ride on Flight the Pterosaur, maybe go on Boulder Dash if you want a bit later on. Might let lunch go down a bit more first before I get on that. But yeah, let's get a re-ride on Flight of the Pterosaur, and we'll see when we get off. busier than earlier. It looks like they're going to be running a full train. We're going to go to the back this time. I just wanted to point out, Louise, where are you going? I want to sit at the back. You sat on the front earlier. Oh, the disappointment. Okay, if you want. But I was just about to say how clean Paultons keep their rides. Like Storm Chaser's chain earlier, I was looking at it. It's just so clean. These wheel gimbals. If this was a Merlin park, or actually for most theme parks, it'd be filthy. Bearing in mind, this roller coaster is 7 years old. Like, it's really well kept. Just look at the cleanliness of this, like, well, the wheel gimbal up here, and the whole ride vehicle as a whole. It's good to see they look after their rides here. Anyway, we've got to sit on the back row now. Oh, the disappointment. I'm sorry. Here we go. We're on the back row to Louise's disappointment. Stuck you on super view this time. I normally have the GoPro on wide, but super view just gives us a better view at the back. Here we go. Gonna get some pullover, Lou. Save for the pullover. Here we go. Oh my God, airtime! Whoa, she's running fast this afternoon. Woo! Brilliant. Oh, that's warmed up a treat. It's running so fast this afternoon, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah.
And on the back row, the speed that you pick up because of the pullover from the hill, it's just a really good ride, like a great family coaster. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I forgot to bring my max lens. I was going to bring the max lens for a back row with the horizon lock, just so you could keep level while the car was banking. But I haven't got it, so you just got to deal with the wide view. Anyway, we're going to head over towards the other side of the park, Critter Creek now. Can I see if I can get a drink? I think it's this stall here, the blue one that's open. And I'm going to quench my thirst. They do need to get some refillable mugs here. Come on, Paultons, we want freestyle mugs. So we're now in the middle of the park, heading towards Critter Creek. And this whole area has an ensemble of birds and the likes. They're mostly birds here, aren't they, though?
Yeah.
They do have other animals, including tortoises, but here's a kookaburra. Can you kookaburra? No, just staying quiet. But yeah, the general upkeep of the park is just so well done. It's like, for example, just little things like the benches, they're clean. There's no debris on them. The bins are done round. Oh yeah, they've got some birds out the back. I think these are new ones. I'm just about making them out through the net. But yeah, they have actually got a walk around here, which we'll have to have a look at, which we very rarely go down. So yeah, the Discovery Trail is this little walkway that goes down here. I'm not sure where it leads to.
I've never done it before. So
I think we have a long time ago, but it's had some new signage by the looks of it. And I think it actually will show us the other side of that enclosure. But let's go have a look, see what we can see on the Discovery Trail.
wow.
So they've got all the species native to the woodlands around here, and the various trees and all that sort of thing. So you've got the oak tree, cedar, sycamore. So yeah, all the leaves and all that. And yeah, it's a very nice walk. There's loads of midges that I've just walked through. Just walked into them. There's some carving. Yeah, it seems all quite fresh. And yeah, they've done some work along here. Plenty for the kids to do on the busier days. Paultons are always really good when it comes to their operation, so you'll never be waiting in queues longer than half an hour. I'd probably say the longest we waited for a ride was Storm Chase on opening day. We waited about 40-45 minutes, but it was queuing out the entrance across the train tracks. And you've got to bear in mind, that's running two...
Opening day?
Yeah, it was opening day.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was opening day, even though it was opening week, I can't remember. But yeah, it was only because the queue was so long, but they're running two trains which hold, what, 16 riders per train? So it's pretty impressive how fast they got through the queue. If you've waited in Storm Chaser's queue, you'll know it's quite a long cattle pen. Yeah, it looks like the walk heads back towards the Lost Kingdom. So once we've been through here, we'll be heading back out to the middle of the park and carrying on to Critter Creek. Got their Bug Hotel here. It's probably the one thing this park is actually missing. This park would really benefit from having an on-site hotel. There is a Premier Inn just round the road and they do deals with them, but I really think Paultons would benefit from having a themed hotel. You know, they could have one inside of Peppa Pig World, so they could actually brand it Peppa Pig, have a Peppa Pig hotel at the CBeebies Hotel, Paultons Towers, and a more generic hotel. I think it'd be really popular, and I know we'd be enticed to stay if they did have on-site accommodation, as it is quite a drive for us. We do a day trip, but I wouldn't be impartial to staying the night. Great out of the back here. Can't really see, my camera hates focusing on anything but the mesh when we come to these cages. But yeah, you can see the cages dotted all over. We've come around the back, they've got all these like little walks where there's topiaries and theming all throughout, which I think is really great. It's a bit like Paultons Towers. This area is pretty untouched by the theme park, which is nice to see. So as we come out from the middle of the park, we enter Critter Creek, which is just over here. Has another one of the park's coasters in it. Let's get a bit closer and have a look. So Critter Creek is home to the Caterpillar, which is this Zierer coaster behind me. It is a very innovative, well-themed area. I love it. I don't know when this theme was brought about. I do, however, know this used to be a red roller coaster, mainly because I've seen pictures online, but also starting to wear through on the tracks. You can see some of the red, but yeah, it's got some brilliant theming on this, all made in-house, I believe. So it's the introduction of two animals together, so you've got all these various animals, the warthog and frog together, making the warthog. But yeah, it's not a bad little Zierer coaster, and I think it'll be next ride of the day. So here we go, next ride of the day, it's the Caterpillar. Great little Zierer coaster this. Like I say, it's one of their prefabs, but it's got a little pullover at the back. We're kind of mid-train, we're nearer the back, but the back's all taken sadly. So we're just going to have to deal with it as is. Here we go. Just a simple little layout, but the one benefit of these types of coasters is it is a 2-lap special. So let's go around again. We'll see you when we get off the ride. So we made it on the Rio Grande Express. We're in here. I don't know why I'm facing the other direction to you. So we're away. They've actually fixed the speakers on here. I remember last season they were kind of a bit crackly and weren't working.
Yeah, they're definitely fixed.
Okay then guys, as we pull out of the station and trundle our way
Enjoy
up
the
the hill,
narration.
our first port of call will be Tornado Springs, the newest attraction here at Paultons Park.
So it's nice to know that the operators are now doing a little voiceover. I wonder if that's scripted or whether he's just having some fun. I suppose if you're in this line of work, it is good to like have a bit of fun. I say the best ride on a train we've had is the Legoland one. That ride
Now on the
was
driver's
amazing.
left-hand side, we have the Rio Grande Railway Company's head office. Any complaints about your driver today, please email them to this address.
So we're just coming up to it now. We're quite near the back, so we might be a bit delayed to the actual elements.
Heading down now to the main junction at Tornado Springs.
Crowd levels, it's still quite quiet out there. We'll be heading back here, no doubt, very soon. Shot. So clean.
Now these guys can grow to around about 3'6", eating vegetables alone.
So
Highway Wazzle Cabbage on the right hand side. High five Wazzle. Now the manor house dates back to 1086 and was originally owned by Glastonbury Abbey. It then passed on to a much more famous owner, one I'm sure you will have heard of. His name was Henry VIII.
Oh, that's
now when
interesting.
dear old Henry got fed up, he passed on to a family called the Sloane Stanley family. The Sloane Stanleys had this manor for over 212 years.
Well, that was probably one of the best rides I've had on that. I don't know whether it's like normal now for them to have the spiel, but it was very factual. I did not know that Henry VIII used to own this land back in the day for a short period of time before he gave it away. And yeah, very, very detailed, because that last bit there's nothing to look at, so it can be a little bit boring, but I feel the facts were brilliant, so hats off to that driver, and hopefully that's a new thing we see this season. Anyway, we're skirting along the outside of Peppa Pig World at the moment. Are we going to dive in and see the penguins now?
Yeah.
So they do have, as you just, well actually no, you didn't see because I didn't film, tortoises. Back there with the tortoise huts, but they also have penguins along here. They do feeds and little shows throughout the day. Nothing more than feeding shows. They don't do like spectacular shows like SeaWorld. But yeah, they're penguins. They probably can't learn how to do all that. But yeah, you got the seating area up there, just having a chill in the sun. And if you want to view them through the windows down here, you can see them. Are there any
They're like
swimming nearby?
sunbathing, I think, up there.
So as we come alongside Peppa Pig World, this is the first view you get of it from the outside. It's a really well themed land, and actually it's no longer the only Peppa Pig land in the world. Peppa Pig has moved to Florida and is out at Legoland, Florida.
They've got a roller coaster.
Yeah, they do. They have a little Peppa Pig themed roller coaster, which is a Zamperla, I believe. And it's not a bad little layout. I'd love to see that built here. Obviously, Peppa Pig World out in America is owned by Merlin. They bought the rights for America. I think Merlin can't buy the rights in the UK because Paultons have them. But yeah, it's very similar.
Suited here, like...
It is. It's a much more family-oriented theme park, and I know in Legoland it's a separate park and you have to get a separate ticket, which for some people, unless you've got really young children, there's not a whole lot to do there. I did watch Sean Sandbrook's video on it from Theme Park Worldwide, and yeah, he got complimentary tickets to go there, but you know, other than the coaster credit, it would be a bit weird to go there, wouldn't it, Lou, for us?
Children.
Yeah, without a child. But yeah, Peppa Pig Land.
Whereas here it's like involved.
But Peppa Pig World here is integrated into the park. It's really well done as well, and yeah, it's integrated into the park, and they've got a good selection of attractions for the kids. Anyway, we're going to have a look in Little Africa now. This was closed over the Christmas period when we came last. It's just a little like zoo area. They have various animals from around the world, more like Africa, because this is Little Africa after all. So let's go in. So we've got a little sign up saying don't touch the animals because they may bite. Some of them, they've got meerkats out. So yeah, Little Africa is this area here. Like I say, it's all undercover. However, a lot of the time this nocturnal house, which is through here, is closed. It is open today, so we're going to be venturing into there, see if anything new. Hey, have a look at you. Just having a good old look at the camera. I could literally reach out and grab him if I wanted to. Probably not advisable because them nails do look quite sharp. They clearly love the sun here. He's having a little sunbathe. This is adorable.
I've never seen them like that before.
Oh, it's adorable. Just basking in that sun.
That's so cute. Do you
So the nocturnal house, you have to be quiet, as the animals here have very sensitive hearing, as it's one of their heightened senses because they don't see very well. Yeah, they've got one on patrol over there. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. They have this red light because it doesn't interfere with your night vision. Where is he? Can't even see him. Where are we? So he's actually back here. Can't really make him out because he's in the dark. There we go, there's one of the other ones having a run around. Look at the size of his ears. So cute. But yeah, even in here there's audio. The walls are fully themed. They're all like rockwork walls. And it's a really well done nocturnal house with a wide variety of animals. You can even look in their nest. They're currently not in there. But they go in this one though. Anything you can see?
So we're supposed to find...
Oh, this is the big mouse thing.
Yeah.
This will probably be
And they
asleep.
jump and they walk. I think it's...
Sleeping. So we're now completely alone in here. Oh. When the music stops. When you come out of the nocturnal house, normally this is open, but it's actually closed, and it looks like, Lou, it's permanently closed now because the doorway isn't a doorway. We used to be able to go out and stand out and look at the birds, however you have to exit round through here now, which is a bit of a shame. So a really pleasant experience going around the Little Africa enclosures. I do love it. It's got a nice balance of animals in there. A bit of a shame about the bird enclosure, but you know, I'm sure they get it back up and running at some point. Anyway, we're going to be heading in towards Peppa Pig World here. Are there any rides you want to do in Peppa Pig World, Lou?
That one.
You always want to do this one. It has a long old queue, but if you want to go on it...
Oh, you need to go on it alone.
No, I'm going to go on it with you. Yeah, this is George's Dinosaur. It's a little steeplechase style ride. Quite a long layout. We went on it on our last visit, didn't we? It was a walk on. This one can get a crazy long queue, as can all the rides in Peppa Pig World, because of the target audience of this park. So when visiting Peppa Pig World, you have to come and try the fat shake at Peppa Pig. You just put the straw as if I'm drinking it on my own.
I haven't had any.
This is called the Thick Shake, or as I call the Fat Shake, from Daddy Pig's Big Tummy Cafe, which is a little cafe block just over here next to the soft playpen.
After he has his liposuction for the month.
It's just a dispenser, £3.65, and it is so good. Granted, it doesn't look very strong, but the flavouring is good in it. But yeah, if you have one thing here, this is the thing to get. They taste amazing.
They taste like them little milk lollies we used to get as kids. You know what they called?
Oh yeah, the moo milks or something like
I
that.
don't remember. But yeah, they taste
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean. So let's have this in the freezing cold. And then we'll head over towards Tornado Springs. Oh, I do love eating Daddy Pig's liposuction juice. No, it's really good. It's like really thick and creamy, and it tastes really good. Anyway, we're going to be going... Oh, we've got a child down. Anyway, we're going to go back into Tornado Springs now, and maybe go back on the Farmyard Flyer. Would you like to do that again? So head over to the Farmyard Flyer, get some more shots of that for you guys. Might enjoy a couple of rides with it without filming. And yeah, really... Shall we do that one next? Yeah, so Louise is referring to the windmill and water tower here. Just SBF Visa bounce towers. Same ones you find at Legoland Windsor, the Fire and Ice Tower. But yeah, they do a really good cycle on these ones with little pops of airtime. So let's go. So here we go on the Windmill Towers. Louise is not next to me because on this one, adults have to sit separately. I don't know why. I don't know why, because the one in Legoland's like it, but yeah, it's just how it is. Get some great views up here of Tornado Springs, and it gyros, so we'll have a look around. Some pretty forceful little drops on here. I do like these little drop towers. They bounce all over the place. Way! Farmyard Flyer. Whoa! I like what they've got programmed into this. The little drops like this really get you out of your seat. There goes the Farmyard Flyer. Oh my gosh! Way! One more big drop from the top. Whoa! Those SPF Visa bounce towers are a really good addition to any park. They come in like these sets of two, so you can get quite a few people on them. I think it's what, about 6, maybe 8? No, it's more than that. I think it's 5 seats around the edge, so it's quite a bit of capacity there. It's 10 people per like ride on each one. But yeah, a brilliant little addition to the park, and I do like them. Anyway, we're going back over towards the Farmyard Flyer now. We're going to get some rides on that, aren't we, Lou? Maybe do a couple of rides on it. It is just a walk on. so I probably won't film on this one unless we get a back row. I'll film back row on it, and then we'll go and get some rides without filming. So here we go, the Farmyard Flyer. So here we go, back row of the Farmyard Flyer. We're going to see if we get that pullover. We're getting the ejector. No, we haven't. So we've been mid-train, front, and now back. Here we go. Whoa! Whoa! Bit more speed. Having that time on this hill. Oh, a little bit. And then the bit of jagged corner here. Yeah, it's a bit rattly on that one. And we're going to get our second lap. Just had a few rides on the Farmyard Flyer. I think that makes it 4 times now. We sat front, back, middles. You know, I just think it's a really solid addition. Being a family park, kids seem to really love it, don't they?
Yeah, they're
it's a good ride. The theming's amazing. I really love the propeller on the front, and that's the first new generation Zierer family coaster I've been on. And I think they're really good. So like I say, it's just the one jittery bit at the end, but that is me being a theme park snob. We're going to head on to Storm Chaser for our second ride of the day on that. Coming into the last hour of operations now, park shuts at 4:30. So I imagine after this we'll probably go over towards Flight of the Pterosaur and all that sort of thing. And then it'll be time to go. Yeah, one last time today, we're going to get on the Max Mini Coaster, the Storm Chaser. Owls Auto Academy, one of the few rides we're unable to drive because if you're over 13 you can't actually go on this one unless you have a child with you, which is a bit of a shame because it's got some amazing theming in here. Have a look at this. So I do love how the Owls Auto Academy has this viewing platform from which you can actually look over the entire driving school area. It's one thing that Legoland's one is missing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can kind of get parents to watch their young children on the ride. It just gives a really cool viewing angle. And like I say, if you are an adult with a child, you can sit on the back there, that little seat there. The child sits down below, and yeah, they're electric powered cars. So good for the environment. Some amazing theming around here, as with all of this park, to be honest. And from up here, looking the other direction, you can see just how spectacular this land is. Okay, so we've ventured over to the other side of the park for our last ride of the day. We're in the last 15 minutes of operation now. We're going to go on Flight of the Pterosaur. Would you say this is your favourite coaster, or is it Storm Chaser?
I think this, because I'm not a massive fan of the spinning coasters. I do like them, but that last ride we just had on it
was very intense, wasn't it?
So much.
I would agree with Louise. This is my favourite coaster on park. It's just so smooth and
flight.
Yes, it's a good speed. It's good and fun. Failing that, it's Cobra. But yeah, I do agree with Louise. Not the biggest fan of spinners. However, when we went out to Belgium and went on the ride to happiness, I think the spin is just right on that.
Yeah.
Because you're doing other elements like inversions and all that sort of thing, they kind of limit the spin a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, the family spinner, I don't know what happened, but we just were on the third car back and it was just spinning constantly.
No one else is spinning as well.
But we were the only people on one side of our train, so I don't know whether that had anything to do with it. But yeah, we're going to get on our last ride of the day now, and then we will sign off the vlog. Right guys, so we have done some re-rides. It is now 4:30, the park is closed, and yeah, I've had an absolutely fantastic day. Louise is hiding off because on our last ride, which I didn't film, we went on the Dinosaur Tour Company, and I kind of hopped over a fence and doubled back in the queue and scared her, so she's hiding away, and yeah, I made you jump, didn't I? Anyway, yeah, park's closed now. I've had a really good day. Really love the additions, or the addition that Paultons have put in this year.
Back later.
I'm sure you will.
When you're asleep.
Oh God, okay. But yeah, as always, I love Paultons Park. You're the same, Lou, aren't you? You love Paultons Park. What do you think of the new addition for this year?
I like it.
I do like it as well. We'll be back here a couple of times throughout the season, no doubt. So be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. And we'll be back in the next video. Until then, guys, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.